in this inning. Ready to go. Edward Cabrera is a big leaguer. It's in there for a strike at 98. We'll see plenty of that. Big fast
tonight. Remember, the Nats have obviously never seen him before. Might be a few young guys that have seen him. It should be okay.
0-2 on Thomas. And that is chopped to third. Anderson from foul territory throws across his body, and it's picked by Aguilar. Now Alcides Escobar. And there's a strike. Nationals took the opener last night. This one to third, but foul. Fantastic in earning this major league debut here tonight. Softly hit right into the glove of Isan Diaz. 2 up and 2 down. And now Juan Soto. A strike inside corner. There's a look at that PS. On a hop to Isan. And a 1-2-3 first inning for Edward Cabrera. Josh Bell to start things off. Yadiel Hernandez and Carter Kieboom to follow. Pitch outside. The first non-strike. 20 home runs, 66 RBIs. His first year with the Nats. And on the hands and fouls it off. 1-1. Home runs, 25 RBIs. 3 of those homers, 8 of those RBIs have come this year. Multi-home run game earlier. A little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. Take the mound, the whole thing. Then you get that bottom of the inning. This one lined out to left field right at Brinson. And it is 4 up and 4 down. But
through the lineup. He's still kind of working on the separation between the two. I think even when I saw him, it's been a while, a couple of years, where it was a little too. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
And a bouncer to first. Aguilar will shuffle over, take it himself, and there are 2 away.
That's what we continue to hear about Cabrera.
To right, and right at Sanchez. That is a good couple of innings for it.
Meaning he excels at limiting home runs. So props to Jazz for giving me that insight.
That's good. That's excellent stuff. That's the first base hit that he's given up. It's Luis Garcia. A knock into right field. Gotta tell you, Nationals picked him up from the Blue Jays around the deadline. Here's a strike. Got him hitting out of the 8th spot for the Nats tonight. Grounds one outside, a third, foul. The other thing about work, much hype as there is around this kid and any prospect nowadays, we know a lot about these guys. That is his first major league strikeout. Now Josiah Gray squares to bunt, bunts it foul. Bunt down, and Aguilar will let that one go foul. 2 scouting services. 0-2, bunted foul. Another strikeout for Cabrera.
Almost identical arsenals.
Sure. Yeah, that slider inside to Lane Thomas. It's the hometown of Jose Reyes. He was a big Jose Reyes guy growing up and wanted to play in the big leagues just like him. Now playing for one of the teams that Jose played for. Grounded out to third his first time up on a great play by Brian Anderson. There's a strike. Throw to first, and it's close, but Garcia is back. Lane Thomas puts a charge into 1 out toward left center field. De La Cruz up against the wall, makes the play. Brian De La Cruz Set to get a handful or so. Trevor Rogers will come back at some point. Inning. A single run for the Marlins in the second. Now word from FPL. Goes to the changeup right there. Now I see pitchers, what those conversations are like.
Yeah, I think they're in a lot of ways.
2-2's grounded foul outside of third, and this of course is meant as zero disrespect. So he went through some growing pains and some struggles to get to where he's at. This is a dribbler to third. Anderson bare hands, but a little bit late. Escobar beats it out. Freeman again, where if you just looked at it without knowing the call, as you would with that one, you could probably ask 10 people and get 10 different answers, or I guess 2 different answers, but 5 and 5.
Without sending it to New York with details.
Oh, 2. That's high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Soto, who is
Cabrera are 23 years old.
Older than Soto, who just grounded into a double play.
That's exactly right.
And company. That was right at Brian Anderson on the right side of the infield. Now Josh Bell lines one out to left. It'll stay up for Brinson. Another crisp inning for Edward Cabrera. He is through 4 in his major league debut. Hernandez grounded to first his first time up, and grounds to short his second time up. Let's hear from FPL. A career high in strikeouts like we saw the other day, but other times it's 2-3 pitch at bats. The defenses work and there's a good rhythm.
I'm in just, you know, grooving 98 miles an hour. He's been on the edges an awful lot tonight. He has been on his game. Bat on. It's not, hey, throw me the get me over curveball. You got to be ready because guys are ready to swing. That's a pretty good changeup. We just saw at 91.
And Keyboom hit by the pitch. Ground ball right back to Cabrera. Good throw to Jazz and on to first. Another double play. Double plays in back-to-back innings for Cabrera. Get him out of. There is a lot of promise here for this to be one of the best young rotations in baseball and one of the best
teams even around baseball today that can boast. And I know where you're going with this, like, you know, that dream rotation 1 through 5. Think of your 4 and 5s looking as good as your 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean they're 4 and 5 by default.
This could be some exciting times in the next few years.
But all these times that teams go into LA, as Adams draws the leadoff walk here in the 6th inning.
Guys.
Absolutely.
But what I'm getting at here is that you've got 5 guys.
That bunt is popped up. Aguilar's got it. Adams gets back to first.
You have potentially.
This was the promise even when this new ownership group took over. And some of these, I mean, we'll be honest, obviously, that some of these were either signees or draft picks or what have you from a previous regime, but that eventually there would major league debut. I'm not putting him in Cooperstown just yet. That's to third. They go around the horn, and that's 3 innings in a row with a.
You kind of noticed in the dugout in between innings and his hat off, like he was in that frame of mind. Like most guys, they come into the dugout, Glove comes off, hat comes off, they towel down a little bit, get to their spot, maybe a little communication with the pitching coach or a teammate if there's a great play. Half the time he's got his hat on. I'm like, he's ready to go back out there already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, when you're as locked of the Washington Nationals tonight, 2-1 pitch here on Escobar is fouled away. From him tonight, Donnie's thrilled. And no restrictions. That's what Donnie had said. That he's been long, however effective he is. To third, but foul.
Well, you're just really more or less managing game conditions now, and I think that's just it. It's not that his pitch count. I mean, look where he's sitting. He's at 63 pitches for crying out loud in the 7th inning. This is just more about, you know, if there's any trouble, what do we do? It's the 7th. It's a 2-run ball game right now. I mean, you've got other things in play to the last 3 innings.
Escobar takes that one low. So the second walk issued. Hey, it's been a good summer.
Eddie told us that he was hoping, you know, to catch a little bit of a breather or a bit of a break. You got to talk to him here at Lone Depot Park.
There's a strike. He gets ahead 0-2. 0-2 pitch is lifted out toward shallow center. Coming in is De La Cruz, and he makes the catch. Goes to the slider to get ahead 0-1.
He could. Got to get Bell to put the ball on the ground. The thing with Bell, though, tonight he's really stayed.
0-2 to Josh Bell. That one's lined out to center field. Turning and just clears the wall in center. A low line drive home run that hit the top of the wall and skips out. Josh Bell with his 4th homer against the Marlins this year.
Like a fastball, just over the wall in center field. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
A dangerous hitter when he gets locked in. And he can do it from both sides of the plate too. Hernandez fly ball. That's well hit. Brinson's back. And back-to-back home runs for the Washington Nationals. They have taken the lead here in the 7th.
Well, let this be a
Carter Kieboom takes low and away. Snuck over the wall in center field by Bell, and Hernandez followed with a solo home run. Now 3-0 on Kieboom.